CHAMPS is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. State Champs is also working in partnership with the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Hello, everybody. Welcome inside the State Champs Sports Network studios. I'm your host, Lauren Plant. This is a special edition of State Champs at the IHSAA Soccer State Finals. And of course, it's brought to you by the great people at Lawrence Technological University. Go to LTU.edu to learn more about all the programs LTU has to offer. Well, the end of the soccer season is here, and we have all the coverage that took place at Fishers High on the Teachers Credit Union Field. 3 teams that made it to finals last season saw action again this year. In 3A, the Lady Greyhounds looking to go back-to-back as they squared up against Noblesville. Also, the fellas from Zionsville fell short last season versus Chesterton in the 3A ship. This time around, Lake Central standing in the way of the Eagles. Let's find out what went down.
I'm Chuck Pellerito. Ladies first. The Class 3A matchup saw the defending champs Carmel square up against Noblesville. The Millers looking to stay undefeated on the season, but the Greyhounds set to defend that title. Game was scoreless after 40 minutes of play, and just 3 minutes into the second half, Kiana Seifert is there to put it in the back of the net from 8 yards out. Jenna Chatterton with the assist, Millers with the 1-0 advantage. Carmel would try to go hunting up the field to get on the board. Susie Soderstrom with a nice lead to Kelsey James, but the Millers keeper Sarah Kyle comes out to make the nice stop. The Greyhounds awarded a corner. Kelsey James with the high loft, ball would get settled and the strike by the Greyhounds is denied by Kyle. Huge save for the Millers, keeping Carmel off the board. Noblesville had numerous chances to strike gold. Here off the free kick, McKenna Malloy rips it and hits the crossbar. Couple inches lower, that ball is in the back of the net, but not this time. Millers still holding that 1-goal lead. The Millers fought all game long. It's McKenna Malloy again with the shot. Greyhound keeper Aaron Baker with the initial save. Ball loose, but Baker would get the ball first before any damage is done. Another corner awarded for Carmel with James taking the honors. Ball deflected in front by Brooke Bailey. Sarah Kyle dives to secure the ball. The Greyhounds trying everything they can, but it wasn't enough. The Noblesville Millers held off Carmel Greyhounds 1-0 to become your new Class 3A champions.
That was my goal coming in, was to be there for my team when they needed me. I knew that my back line was pretty solid and I wasn't going to get a ton of shots, but when there were, I knew I needed to be there for them, just like they are for me the whole game. I think that's something we focus on is the first 5. Make sure you're locked in and focused, because anything can happen in these games and you got to be ready for it. Yeah, that for sure helped us out. It helped us to see kind of what they're trying to do up top, and we saw that they were trying to serve those balls in the lanes, and so we kind of tried to cut those out today, and I think it worked out well.
And that's how good Carmel is, again, but my goalkeeper was even better today. I mean, Carmel, we know, is going to attack. We knew we'd have to weather some serious storms to achieve the goal that we did. But Sarah and I thought my entire team, especially my back line, played lights out defensively today. We knew we'd have to battle for 80-plus minutes all year long, all postseason. I've said 80-plus over and over again to my team. We know, again, to play the competition that we do, and that's why our schedule is one of the more difficult ones.
Staying with Class 3A, the boys matchup saw Zionsville and Lake Central battle it out, with Zionsville making their second straight finals appearance. This contest featured the only unranked team in any of the state title games against the only unbeaten and untied team entering the finals. Very little action in the first half. This right here, 14 minutes into the second half. The ball floating over the net. Sophomore Jacob Nolden somehow gets the ball through traffic in front. Lake Central lighting up the board first. Indians with the 1-0 lead. Senior Chris Freeman with the moves like Jagger in the box. He will go the other way with the strike. That ball squeaks by the Lake Central keeper to tie this game up at 1. The Eagles on a mission to bring home that title. Senior Ben Widener with the cross that finds the foot of junior Alex Carr. The nice tap lofts this one into the back of the net. Zionsville with a lead 2-1. Collecting insurance would seal the deal for the Eagles. Ben Widener getting the job done here. Job well done. Zionsville is your boys 3A champions after defeating Lake Central 3-1 in the final.
We had a pretty good game plan, and we just couldn't quite knock it in. We knocked 2 in that were offsides. And, we hit the post like you were saying. But, we knew it was going to come. And then, unfortunately, we let the one go in, a little bit of the lapse on clearing the ball out of the 18. But, there's never been any doubt with this team. They've always been push, push, push. And we've had 3 times now in the state tournament where we've gone down by a goal. And we've come back every single time and won it. So it was great to see. It's such a great group of kids. And it was good to see them have that end result and have this great feeling. The game plan was the pressure high. We felt that if we couldn't win it from the backs, that we would win it in the midfield and they try to pass. And we also knew that a lot of their offense was generated from the back, trying to kick it over our back line. So we thought, it would kind of a two-headed sword there that we could go at them and basically stop their attack, and it would help our attack go in the other direction. And, some individuals just stood up. We always talk with our kids that at some point in time, someone has to step up. And it doesn't matter who, somebody has to step up. And to start that off with Chris Freeman, just an individual solo play going through and scoring that goal to tie the game up, that was huge for us.
I knew coming into this game, we all knew from what happened last year, we hate the feeling of coming up short in the last final seconds. When we got scored on the semi-state, and we knew how that felt, and we didn't want that. We didn't like that. So if we can punch back right away and have the energy, we can't get down on ourselves. That was key. So if I felt as if I was a spark plug, it'd be contagious, and I feel like it was. So it's awesome. I love the guys so much, and if it wasn't for Rob, we wouldn't be here. Rob has so much experience. I love our coach so much, the whole coaching staff, and just being around a special group of guys that we've played together our whole lives. I think that leads into the success we've had all year.
Let's move on now to 2A. The ladies from Evansville, Mater Dei, competing in 2A after winning 2 consecutive titles in 1A. The Wildcats clashed with Bishop Dwenger out of Fort Wayne. Another team from Evansville fought for the boys' 2A title, Memorial and South Bend St. Joseph on tap. Let's serve it up.
I'm Gabe O'Neill, and this right here is for the girls' 2A title. Fort Wayne Bishop Dwenger Saints and Evansville Mater Dei Wildcats. The Wildcats look to capture their first 2A title after winning 2 straight in Class A. The Wildcats would get things going 20 minutes into the contest. Mater Dei gets the opportunity from senior Megan Gurus. She will capitalize on her shot as it hits the back of the net to give Mater Dei the early 1-0 lead. To the second half now. This is Saint sophomore Leah Reese on the attack to the net. Her shot, a soft one, is collected by a diving Sabrina Henderson, and the senior keeps Dwenger off the board. This free kick for the Wildcats here would prove to be too much for the Saints, as Esty Bunnell places the shot perfectly into the net. The freshman getting the job done as Mater Dei shuts out Bishop Dwenger 2-0 and are your Class 2A champions. It's a three-peat for the Wildcats and the making of a dynasty in Evansville.
Yeah, Megan Grease got free on a breakaway and, did the right thing and took the shot. Regardless whether it was a pretty goal or an ugly goal, a goal's a goal in the state finals. And, she deserved it because I just said to our trainer, she's due for a goal. She's a senior. She's worked hard for us for 4 years on varsity. And to come out and get the game, essentially the first goal of the game, it was amazing to see her face. Sabrina doesn't see a lot of action a lot of times, and a lot of times that hurts us because we let down a little bit, but she played amazing today, and I'm so proud of her. She's had 4 years on varsity. She stepped in as a freshman midway through the season, and she's been our goalkeeper for every minute of every game pretty much, except for when she got a yellow card last week and I had to put a freshman in the goal that saved the PK. So, Sabrina's just played awesome for us. Our whole defense has been amazing. I'm going to lose, out of the 5, the 4 backs and the goalkeeper, I'm going to lose 4 of them.
Well, it was an unbelievable feeling. I didn't think it was going in. It went through her legs. I kind of put my head down right after I shot it because it was straight at the goalie, but she missed it just unbelievably, and it went in, and it was the best feeling ever.
To the boys' 2A matchup we go. Evansville Memorial faced off against South Bend St. Joseph. This is Memorial's 4th appearance in the finals in the past 10 years, and for St. Joseph, their first appearance since 2003 when they took home the title versus North Central. The Tigers had a strong first half, and they struck gold 21 minutes into the contest. Junior forward Isaac Bennett will fake out the goalie, and this one rolls over the line to give Memorial the 1-0 lead. Controlling the pace of the game was key for Memorial. Junior Garland Hall with a nice back pass to Bennett, who will bury his second goal of the game from 25 yards out. Huge 2-0 lead as we headed into halftime. However, the Indians did not let up. They would get on the board courtesy of junior Kyle Smith. Freshman Trey Place fakes the defender, and Smith will navigate to the ball and tucks this one in short side. St. Joseph cuts the lead to 1. St. Joseph would get another opportunity to tie the game up. Sean Patrick Larkins bends it, but junior keeper Ben Weicker punches it out of the way. Evansville Memorial holds off South Bend St. Joseph in a close battle 2-1. Memorial is your 2019 Class 2A champs, 3 titles in the past 4 years.
Memorial Tigers. Congratulations, Memorial Tigers.
Oh, well, first off, we knew they were going to play an old-fashioned sweeper, sit one guy in, and we knew we had to drop one guy back and sit in that hole, which is what your coach told me to do, and find my feet and turn and try to go, which is what we did. Oh, we did a bunch of work. I mean, we had a tough mid-season playing those out-of-state teams and doing all right, playing some really good competition, but it kept us strong, kept us going. Finding feet. With this windy day, it's hard to get the ball on the ground, and which I think we did well in the first half, but in the second half, we struggled a little bit. So, but once we kept it down, we did all right.
You know, last week in semi-state, it was windier than this and raining at the same time. Not great conditions to play in, but today, great weather, just a little windy, but we wanted to keep the ball down, try to keep it within our passing structure. And, I thought the first half we were excellent at that. We got our goals from those kind of plays. In the second half, we knew South Bend would make a big push, and they did. Got their goal, and the game got tight. And I thought the last 10 minutes we kind of grabbed a hold of it again and got it back under control. You know, we had a really great season. We've played great competition from all over the Midwest. I think we've Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Ohio. We've gone everywhere. We have a van. We will travel. But we played some good teams. We lost some of those games, but we learned from each of those losses and figured out how we can get better. And I think this year, more than any other year, we got better week to week to week. And it's gratifying as a coach, but it means those players are putting in a lot of hard work. And it is a great season for us.
Finally now, we head to Class A. The boys from Argos and Indianapolis Lutheran both making their first appearance in the finale. The girls' 1A game starts us off. Lafayette Central Catholic and Park Tudor.
Kevin Trozinski here for the girls' Class A title game versus Lafayette Central Catholic and Park Tudor. This is the first appearance for both teams. Will the Panthers capture their prey, or will the Knights throw down a checkmate? Park Tudor not wasting any time from the start of the game. Just less than 1 minute into the game, freshman Katie Herr blasts it, but hits the iron. But here comes a shrieking Sarah Hartman from 6 yards out. The junior puts Park Tudor on the board first. Panthers with the 1-0 lead. This attack is trouble for the Central Catholic faithful. Kelowna Mirov crashes the net. Kate Hudsel pushes up, and there is contact. The ref displays the yellow card, and we have a penalty kick. Sophomore Emma Miller gets the call from head coach John Simmons to take the shot, and she will bury it into the back of the net. Park Tudor now up 2-0. Central Catholic would not be shut out though. Carson Cherry off the throw-in. She would get the ball back and attempts the cross. Junior Haley Fallen playing kung fu with that and is placed into the net. That would be the only goal for the Knights as Park Tudor claims victory over Lafayette Central Catholic 2-1. The Panthers are your 2019 Class A champs.
It took a lot of team chemistry and a lot of team bonding, and we really had to know like where each other was and how to play together. And some of us have been playing together for a while, and some of us are new, and just that new chemistry just brought a whole new game.
Well, it's been a long season, but we've not been behind in many games. And so I think the most important thing for us was going into this game, I said, let's not chase the game and be behind. And we were fortunate enough to get a goal in the first minute, I believe. Might have been the fastest goal in IHSAA history. I'm not sure it had to be because it sure came fast. And that kind of calmed us down a little bit, the nerves. And then in the second half, we got the penalty, went up 2-0. We kind of went into defensive posture and just kind of defended and countered a little bit with Meyerhoff, who was special again tonight, in my opinion. Didn't score, but she was special for us. And to be honest with you, just kind of stuck with the game plan at the end of the second half. Just defend and stay tight, try to counter with Meyerhoff, and we were very fortunate, so happy. And LCC's a good team. They brought Carson Cherry into the midfield in the second half and out of the back, caused us problems. We had to defend quite a bit in the second half, so feel fortunate.
Topping off the show is the boys' Class A title tilt. It's the first finals appearance for both Indianapolis Lutheran and Argos. Both teams want a piece of the ship, but only one will prevail. The Dragons of Argos would get the ball rolling 20 minutes into the game. Senior forward Chino Roque with the rock. He passes this one, but the ball is somehow back on the boot of Roque. Slips this one past the keeper, and just like that, Argos is up 1-0. 5 minutes later, the Saints would get the equalizer, courtesy of a top-shelf shot from junior Trey Lawrence. That is one heck of a shot to tie this game up at 1-1. That was the score headed into the break. The opportunity off the corner kick from senior forward Pablo Mata is the one that would seal the deal for Argos. Chino Roque off his noggin and into the back of the net. The Dragons would hold off the Saints to become the boys' Class A champions. Argos 2, Lutheran 1. This is the first state title in any sport for the Argos Dragons. The town of Argos celebrating about this.
Our patience, I thought that Lutheran did a very good job of shutting us down, bottling up the middle. We had quite a few opportunities, but they did an outstanding job of the opportunities that we did get, and that's opportunities that there were easy saves for the keeper just because of how well they defended. Taking advantage of the set piece in the second half, that was obviously a huge difference. The corner kick we scored on. We had some adversity. We were struggling. We had a game toward the end of the year against a conference opponent that we got behind, and we kind of decided then, these guys, I basically told them if you were going to make a run in the tournament, we've got to figure out how to win that game, and they did. And ever since then, we've been playing very well.
Oh, it feels great. We just made history after 40 years of not winning state, so it feels great. It feels awesome. We lost to a big team in the regular season. We lost 5-0 to Plymouth, where they're 3A, and since then we pushed each other at practice. We just said we got to get better and better and better. That's what helped us. That pushed us.
Congratulations to all and to those who have been crowned state champs. The moment lives forever here on the State Champs Sports Network. Please like and share our Facebook page, retweet our contact, and connect with us on Twitter. Or, if you prefer Instagram, we've got you covered too. YouTube as well. I'm Lauren Plant. Thank you so much for watching this State Champs special, the IHSAA 2019 Boys and Girls Soccer State Championships. State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. State Champs is also working in partnership with the Indiana High School Athletic Association.